And his opponent, boxing out of the blue corner, he's wearing the pale blue and white coloured shorts. At the weighing he scale, 10 stone, 13 1/4 pounds. He has an awesome record of 17 contests, 16 wins. 13 of those wins coming by way of knockout, with only the one solitary defeat. Tonight, he makes the proud first defense of his championship. He is the current and reigning light middleweight champion of Great Britain from Croydon, Wayne the Great Alexander. Our referee, Mr. Paul Thomas, will now give his final instructions to both boxers. This is 12 3-minute rounds for the light middleweight championship of Great Britain.
I'll spoken to you both in the dressing room. You know what I expect of you. Keep your shots on the target area. Remember to obey my instructions all through this contest. Touch gloves, best of luck to both of you. Touch gloves. Well done.
Power against pride, strength versus heart. The hard-hitting champion tackles the underdog Braveheart, and they've met before. Wayne Alexander dispatched Joe Townsley in a round 7 years ago and promises to repeat the feat tonight. Don't blink. Not a time to go and put the kettle on. Alexander is very, very fast early. Will he land on Joe Townsley? If he doesn't blow him away, stamina comes into play, and that may favour the Scottish fighter.
Well, the good thing for Townsley, he is an excellent boxer and there's no pressure on him tonight. He's a massive underdog, so if he wants to box negatively for a few rounds, just to try to drag Alexander into the later stages, when who knows, his stamina might be suspect. Nobody would blame him for that. We're not looking for any heroics early. If he can get on his bike and just keep himself upright over the first 3 or 4 rounds, don't take chances against this fellow.
That's a straight right hand, gets through from Alexander. Can Townsley take the power? He was down in the very first round against Adrian Stone down in Plymouth and was knocked over 5 times in the entire 12-round battle. Possibly should have been pulled out of that. Alexander may hit harder than Stone.
Well, he must box carefully, but he still has to hit hard enough to try to discourage Wayne Alexander. If Wayne Alexander can come right through his punches, then he's in serious trouble. He has to put a little bit of snap into his shots, but at the same time, think defensively in the early rounds.
As he can't war with Alexander, he's got to box sensibly behind that jab, Townsley, to really have any chance of taking it late. Alexander, a negative performance last time out. And he goes down, but it was a slip. The crowd think it was a knockdown, and Paul Thomas is counting it, Jim.
Well, I would never have called that a knockdown, but there you go. If Joe Townsley needed a little bit of encouragement, he certainly found it now.
Alexander immediately shook his head after that, but he has been down before. It's the puncher with the slightly leaky defence. Question marks over his chin, but that could just drive him on. Got to favour Alexander in toe-to-toe trench warfare.
Well, that must be a confidence builder. Well, that's it. It's evened up now.
Down goes Townsley. He's not badly hurt. He's straight up. One apiece in this first round. Jimmy Tibbs screaming to Wayne Alexander. Townsley bravely fights back. Is this going to be a question of power? He's down twice. He knew this might happen early. He's got to get through it. He said he would keep getting up. There's a cut under the right eye too. 10 seconds to get through the first round. Alexander now looking for the finish, but Townsley holds on. What a start here. 3 knockdowns inside the opening 3 minutes. Was Wayne Alexander's a knockdown? You thought not, but Townsley's definitely were.
Yep, no question there. But at least Townsley has tasted the power. He's run the floor twice and got back up again, and his head's clear. No serious damage, but tremendous natural power from Wayne Alexander. Well, I wouldn't have called that a knockdown.
No way.
Nah, no way can you possibly call that a knockdown, but the referee did, and that makes a difference as far as scoring the round goes. But no question in Alexander's knockdowns, no question whatsoever. Just the natural power, doesn't have to wind the shots up. Power just comes naturally, just shoots out the fist, the power's there.
How do you score that, Jim?
I've scored at 10-9 because of the knockdown for Townsley.
It
10-9
was
to Alexander.
a slip, though. And Townsley down twice to Alexander's big shots. Goes for the left hook, and Townsley drops again to one knee. It's the difference in power, I'm afraid. Joe Townsley felt it 7 years ago. I don't think he wants to know. He just about makes it, but Paul Thomas waves it up. It is a second round win for Wayne Alexander and a successful first defence of his British title. And it was just the difference in punch power. A shame, really.
I'm not sure, Adam. I think that punch caught him in the nose, and that kind of punch is a sickener. I think it wasn't that it was close to knockout, but the pain involved, it's quite possible it's a broken nose. It looked like one of those sickening punches, the little second delay before the pain actually registered in the brain. He wasn't on the verge of being knocked out, but that just took everything out. I know exactly how he feels. That was a sickener.
The blood
Yep,
coming
it just
from
caught his nose.
the nose in the corner now. And, well, down 3 times, he wasn't going to win.
No, definitely not, but this man, you cannot question this man's courage. He showed his last time out. That was one of those real sickening punches. It just, right along the front of his nose, it's probably broken the nose, and the pain involved there, nobody would want to go on with a broken nose.
Yes, Benny King working on the nose right away in the corner of Joe Townsley, and very disheartened and a silenced crowd. But got to give Wayne Alexander credit for that. 3 knockdowns inside, 4 minutes, and there's the immense power that the British light middleweight champion holds. It would be good to see him in amongst the very best in the division, the Richard Williamses, the Takalus, the Steve Roberts. I wonder if those fights can be made. But it's a good end to the year for Wayne Alexander.
It was also nice to see him looking so sharp tonight. He was really boxing sharp up to that point. I think he had shown everyone who was the champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 29 seconds of round number 2, our referee, Mr. Paul Thomas, has stopped the contest. In his opinion, Joe Townsley in no position to continue. Your winner, and still the light middleweight champion of Great Britain, Wayne Alexander.